Oh, damn it. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I had, it looks like when OBS started up, I had the default was for the microphone to be off. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, so what I was explaining to you guys was that the reason the stream went down was because when I did Control Alt Del to go to the task manager, uh, just above that was to end the session, or like to sign out. Yeah, to sign out, and I mistakenly pressed sign out. So it signed me out of Windows, and I was like, oh no. And it shut down OBS, it shut down the stream. And so, anyhow, when we came back, what I was explaining then is that I was trying to find these processes here in Task Manager. So far, we were able to end this one and this one. I'm just now trying to find Game Overlay UI Exit. You're supposed to do it in that exact order. The only problem is I'm not seeing the Game Overlay UI Exit here anywhere, and I'm wondering if there's a search option here in Task Manager, but I don't think there is. So this is what somebody gave as instructions on how to start up another client in Steam for Wurm. I'm just wondering where the heck this last one is. Let me just see what you guys are saying here. Oh, only if you're using the overlay. I see. Okay, so now let's just test this out then. So then we start up Steam again, because of course we shut down Steam when we killed those X's. And let's see if we can now start up then another client, another Wurm client. It seems like so far at least it should work. Yeah. So yeah, that seems to be, I don't have any other characters here on the Steam side, so I'm not gonna make one now, but that does seem to work, at least that process. So it's good to know. But you guys are also talking about this method on the forums. This one. So let me just read through this. Without killing threads or other messing about. All it needs is one very simple text file and a new shortcut on your already crowded desktop. Firstly, find your Wurm Online folder in your Steam library. Okay, that I actually have made a quick access to already here. Okay. Next, you need to create a text file. So right-click in the folder, new text file. Okay. And rename that to Steam App ID. Like so. Now edit that text file and enter the number. and save. Okay. Use the new shortcut to open Wurm online. The new shortcut. Oh, like... But it's not explaining where that... What does he mean by new shortcut? New shortcut from what? So does that mean by just like starting up the client? So if I were to now shut down Wurm, and then we were to start up, now start up the, let's just shut down Steam completely. Completely. And then start up Wurm. And I'm guessing what he means is that when Wurm comes here into the tray, we can save a shortcut from that, right? Let's see what happens. Okay, there's this. And now if we save this as a shortcut, so let me just see something here. Can I just open it from here now? Okay, that's one client. And then I can open another one from here, can I? Let's just try making another character just for the heck of it. So it was so that you just write it in. For Steam, you just write in a new character name, don't you? Let's see what happens. I have to figure out a good name, though. Let's see. Trying to remember back to my old character names. Let's use one that I had in Ultima Online. And this should start it up at the tutorial. Yeah, okay, it does seem to be working. Okay, that's pretty handy. So far, so good. There we go. Good. Akatsian, the male. So we're just going to leave that there. Okay, so now we figured out how to do this. And thanks for that link, guys. Now you don't have to go killing exophiles. And I will definitely... I'm gonna follow this topic. Just so I don't forget about it, in case somebody else asks how to do that. You know what we should do, actually? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's make a Nightbot command for that, in case somebody asks, like a new... Because I get that question in the streams all the time. And then if somebody asks, we can just do a command here. And I can paste that link on how to get that set up. So that was very handy. So let's make a custom command in Nightbot. And it will be... let's just call it Steam. Or... Yeah, I think I'll remember that easier than client. Okay, Steam, and then message. Here is how to set up more than one Steam client. There. And now let's just test out that command here in the chat. Steam, and that is working. Good. Okay, well, we've discovered a lot of things here. Let's see what you guys are saying. So you have to actually make like a desktop shortcut. Are you guys saying that it's not enough to have it in my taskbar, pinned to my taskbar? I did see that mentioned though, Scart. I did see it mentioned, yes. I just wanted to see if it could work this way as well. I want to test now. Let's just test and see if I just completely shut down Steam. Will it work from that that pinned? Because isn't this kind of working as a shortcut in a way? Let's just shut down Steam completely. And then if I press this now, what happens? Okay, that didn't work. But if I have Steam open, it should work then, I think. Yeah, it works if I have Steam open. And as we just saw, I was able to open a second client. So, I mean, that's good enough, right? Is there really the need to make a shortcut on the desktop? If I can just open it right from here. Just open a second client right from here. Yeah, this is working just fine. Yeah. I'd rather not clutter my desktop, to be honest, with a whole bunch of shortcuts. So that's good enough for me. Now, what's next? The spear. We wanted to make that spear, didn't we? Let's get back into the swing of things here. Yeah, Seren, I saw that. I saw that today when I was logging on with Malena that Holy Crop had been cast on Xanadu. Of course, for me, it's not really useful, but it might be for some people who have. Well, of course, since it's already been cast, it's not going to help anymore. If somebody had their, like, let's say they had sickly horses, they would have had to have the altar already next to the horses when the cast was done. So it's kind of late in that regard. Yeah. And Dalrace is saying that you can, if you have the desktop shortcut, then you can start up Wurm without having to open Steam. Now that's a good point, yeah. Usually I have Steam open anyhow, but... And Scard says, you need Steam open because the client uses Steam for validation. The file you add with the code tricks Steam into re-verifying new instances of the client. I see. And Dew Johnson says, the taskbar is technically a part of the desktop, so it's good to go. So, now, spear time. So, Taiki, you were saying make a large spear. Okay. So we got the spear tip in there, and we were heating up these iron lumps. And is this expanded? It is. Oh, we have 2 spear tips now. Okay. And it was it a large anvil that we needed for this? It was the staff that we needed to make, that's right. And it could be either wood or metal, but well, let's just make it from metal since we have the lump all heated up now. Okay. And there we have a staff, spear tip, And here we go. Do Jensen, yes, I did have to restock. How did you know? Yeah, Drakkar had like bought literally almost all of my horses yesterday, I think it was. She sent me a message that she bought almost all of them, and I was like, what? I thought you had like a horse market yourself. And she said she'd been like offline for several months, so all her horses had died, so she had to restock. Yeah. Oh, she was shopping when she was streaming. Right. Yeah. So, spear. Now we're gonna just, I guess, improve this then. So when is the Lunalong, by the way, guys? We were just wondering about that this morning, and we didn't remember. You saw her buying 24 horses, Du Jensen? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, literally almost all of the horses were gone except for a few of there was like the Ebony Blacks and then a couple others, but other than that, she completely emptied out the whole stables. And Lunalong starts in December 11th. So Ayla, a Lunalong is like an Impalong. It is, it's just her name for her own Impalong that she organizes every year. And an Impalong, for those who don't know, is this kind of player event where experienced players come to improve the quality of items, and you can just bring your stuff over and people will improve it for you, but you can also chip in with improving yourself to get your own skills up. And there's usually all kinds of events, player events and competitions and all that good stuff going on at these. And I believe there is a post about it in the forums as well, where you can find out more. So how does it feel now, guys, with the KatsPurr like avatar being gone from the screen? Now that of course crashed when the whole when I did the whole Control-Alt-Del thing. Thank you so much for the follow, Dragon, and welcome on into the stream. So do you find do you guys find yourself missing the cat's avatar, or does it make no difference to you whatsoever? Should I restart it up or not? And Wolfmare kindly shared the link to the Lunalong right there in the chat. And Ayla likes the avatar. Yeah, it kind of feels like naked now without the avatar, doesn't it? Like something's missing. Parser. You're unsubscribing due to lack of avatar. But Parser, you're not subscribed, are you? You don't have the little KatsPurr heart. And Serven doesn't need the avatar. And Vergent, the avatar is nice, but the stream is good even without it. Aww. Parser. Details. By the way, guys, I have to say, you know, assigning the middle mouse button to the take action has been the best ever. Why didn't I do that earlier on? It's been so pleasant. So like when I just grabbed this barrel, for instance, it was so handy, just like middle mouse button, click, and it was just, oh, I wish I would have done that earlier on. And my mouse does have like a whole bunch of extra buttons on the sides and stuff, but somehow that middle mouse button is so accessible. It just seems to work really beautifully for that. And when you're assigning mouse buttons, they work exactly like when you're doing a keybind for your keyboard. So you just press it down for a while. Let's see, what else do we need? The water. That's right. And Vergent, you didn't know about that one, the middle mouse? Yeah. Well, any mouse mouse key can be, of course, assigned just by pressing it down for a longer time when you are hovering over the thing. So just like the keys. And Seren, in the beginning, the KatsPurr avatar distracted you, and then you got used to it. It's definitely cute. Parser. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see, where is it? Here. Is this, by the way, weapon skill? Yes, weaponsmithing. We should probably eat my affinity meal for weaponsmithing, to be honest. And smithing as well. Here. There we go. Now, and why am I actually keeping the spear here? I should be keeping it in the forge, to be honest. What's next? We need the pelt. Yeah, this smithing stuff is a pain in the butt, guys. I'm only able to like improve up to about 30. And even then, it is a real pain in the butt. I was just doing I was improving my sickles this morning, and I was only able to get them up to 30. And Thalion, hello, welcome to the stream. Wurm is so scenic, you do not miss the avatar, just your opinion. And Verkent, you wonder if there's a setting that can have the avatar wander around the screen like an old screensaver. I'm sure somebody could program something like that, but I certainly can't. And Du Johnson is on his way to Xanadu. So the purpose, for those of you who have arrived to the stream in this past half hour or so, what we're doing here is what we've been doing today in all of the stream, actually, is we've been going through the journal. And we completed finding the path today, and I got a little bit of sleep bonus. And we're going to try and complete this one. So all we have left is catch a large fish. Actually, by the way, Taiki, look, it says activate a fishing rod and fish at water level until you catch a large fish. So here's the question, guys, is do you have to have... Can you even do this task with a spear? Or does it have to be done with a fishing rod? Now that's the question. That's why I originally started making a fishing rod, to be honest. It's because the description says fishing rod specifically. So does anyone know? Du Jensen says, I think you need a fishing rod. Right. Okay, so let's go back to making the fishing rod then, because that's the whole purpose here, is that we wanted to catch a large fish. So let's do that then. So what it needs is the fishing reel. So let's go over to fishing rod and fishing reel. Light fishing reel is what we need. Handle and wood reel. Okay. Carving knife and shaft. Oh, you liked that, did you, Parser? Yeah, he turned out pretty nice, I have to say. Parser is referring to the video that I linked on my Discord when I didn't do the Wurm Roulette stream on Tuesday. So I have this this other YouTube channel, guys. Let me just get that up for you guys here quickly. So of course, you guys know most of you probably know about the YouTube channel for KatsPurr with my gaming stuff, right? But I also have another YouTube channel which is just like my art stuff. So so here you'll find like time lapses of me painting painting like various characters here. Like this is like an evil Santa, for instance, that I did like several years ago. And some other ones as well. I should add more stuff here, to be honest. But if anyone is interested in... I don't know why that... Oh, actually I can link it like so. I think that's easier. If anyone wants to subscribe to that, I am planning to add like some more art videos there at some point for sure. And actually, you know what, guys, is that... I've had this channel for a very long time, but I have not been able to actually monetize on it because you have to have, these days you have to have 1,000 subscribers to actually monetize on a YouTube channel. So these videos have been sitting here. That's also part of the reason why I haven't been so motivated to add anything here, because I only have 625 like subscribers there right now. Let's see, wood reel. Wood reel. Activate carving knife and shaft. Here. It really bothers me, guys, that sometimes you have shaft, sometimes shafts. It's really annoying that it's like in two different spots like that. So, carving knife. Wood reel. There we go. Good, Tuxie. I'm gonna go check it out. I want to see your suggestion. I'm gonna go and give it a thumbs up. Let's see. So if you're new to Wurm and you don't know, here on the Wurm forums there is a section called suggestions. Where is it now? Here. Suggestions and ideas. And you can post your ideas and your suggestions here. And so Tuxie has made one called Straw Bed. Let's just have a look at this thing. So Tuxie says, a bed is a very difficult item for new players to make. I suggest adding a simpler version of a bed that would be easier to craft when starting out, providing a small amount of sleep bonus. For example, half the amount of real bed. Wagoners have a straw bed in their tent, which would be perfect. It could be created using mixed grass and maybe some rope or string. This way it still requires some tools and steps to create: a sickle to gather grass and a rope tool, spindle or wemp cotton, but would be much more accessible for new players than sheets and furs. Maybe they could be used either in a house or with a tent and decay quickly when left on the ground, off deed, so that they don't create clutter the way carts do. This would also serve a secondary purpose as a wonderful decorative item for stables. I love it. I love it. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to respond to this, Tuxie, and I'm going to link that picture of this thing. So we can help you out there. There we go. Such a fantastic idea. I love it. And for those who don't know what the straw bed looks like, something that is indeed a separate 3D asset, as I've spawned these as GM in Wurm Unlimited, this is how it looks. Yeah, I would love to see that as a separate item, and I just love the idea of how it could be constructed as well. So yeah, let's hope that they they will take notice of that, because they notice all of those. So it would be very, very cool, and especially considering that the art asset is already there. So it just would require some coding work, basically. So now we have, oh man, I made 3 wooden reels by mistake. Damn it. So is it so that you just drop this right into, okay, you can improve them, or is it so that you have to put this here and this here? No. Maybe you double click this and, because does this not work like a saddle and like a saddlebag slot? Empty fishing reel slot. How come I can't just drop it in? This is confusing now. If I double click this, no? This is confusing now, guys. I don't know how to do this. So how do you get the wood reel? I mean, is this like unfinished? No, it is finished. How do you put this into the fishing rod? Good evening, Patosh. Welcome on into the stream. Oh, I see, Du Johnson. For a later tier in the journal, you do have to spear a fish, so the spear isn't going to waste, at least. Okay. So I don't get it, guys. Let's see if Wurmpedia can help us out here. Yeah, I tried to just drop it in there, Donut, but is event saying, oh, hold on. The wood reel will not fit in the fishing rod. Maybe this isn't a fishing reel yet. Maybe this is just a part of a fishing reel. Okay, let me just see here. Fishing reel. Yeah, that's what's going on. We need to make the light fishing reel from a handle and a wood reel. Okay, so Kats is just being stupid here. Do I have any handles here in my inventory? Nope. So we're gonna have to make one. How do we make a handle? Handle is knife and a shaft. Okay. And we still have this shaft over here. So, carving knife. And I always need handles for different things. So let's just make a whole bunch of them and throw the rest of them in the bulk storage bin. Yeah, I finally figured it out, dude Jensen. Yeah. Cats is just being stupid, that's all. And Patosh, oh, there it comes. No, hold on. That's... Grey Malk has followed. Thank you so much for the follow, Grey Malk. So, let me just check what the situation is with that, Patosh. So you just subbed and there wasn't any notification, but it does seem that the alert box is working, however, since we got the follow. So... let's just have a look here in OBS. Let's have a look here and see what is going on in OBS if the subscription didn't work. Subscriptions is enabled. Test widgets. Subscription. So it should be working. So it just seems like, I don't know what happened there. Patosh, usually the notification does work normally. I don't know why it didn't come up, but thank you so much for that subscription, Patosh. I appreciate it so much. And you have your icon now. Now you got some emojis as well. And thank you so much for that that support. And I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream. And after that I will need a light fishing line, says Du Jensen. Okay. Let's just make the rest of these handles. Dollarized. No one is allowed to put down KatsPurr in her own channel, not even her. Donut says, maybe you need to refresh the stream. Sometimes then you will get the share button. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't know about that. Weird. Yeah. Sometimes it seems OBS is a bit glitchy there. So now we have a handle and we have a wood reel, and let's make a light fishing reel then. There we go. Oh yeah, now I can see about the fishing line. Okay. So light fishing line. Light fishing line. I'm guessing that uses cotton, doesn't it? Or like string, rather. Light fishing line. Spinning wheel. Oh no! We're gonna have to make a spinning wheel, guys. But actually my carpentry isn't... Oh. I wonder if you need high, fine carpentry to make a spinning wheel, because people keep asking if we have a spinning wheel in the Alliance, actually. Let's see. What do we need for a spinning wheel? 30 fine carpentry. I think I might have 30. I'm pretty sure I do. Let's check. I'm pretty sure I do. Carpentry, fine carpentry, 41. Yes. Okay, easy peasy. Let's make a spinning wheel then. That's the life of Wurm, right? You start off making one thing and then you end up having to make a whole bunch of other things. Okay, so we're gonna have to make a small wheel again. Plank and shaft. Okie dokie. And plank. Doing all kinds of crafting stuff today, aren't we? We haven't crafted this much in ages. Okay, shaft, plank, small wheel. And then, I'm just thinking to myself. I'm thinking to myself that, the spinning wheel is an item that is quite decorative. Decorative? Is that how you pronounce it? I think so. So you would want it to be made of a wood that looks nice. So you know what we're gonna do, guys? We're gonna fire up ye old Wurm Unlimited, and we're gonna use the GM character to spawn spinning wheels of different colors and see which one looks the nicest. And then we're gonna make it from that wood type. So let's start up the old Wurm Unlimited. Let's go over here. Wurm Unlimited. Start offline server. Yes, very much appreciated, Patush. Aw, that's very sweet of you, Parser. Yes, we wanted to go over here. And then over here. Good. And let's just find a nice little even spot where we could spawn. Let's go on top of the mountain here and spawn some of those spinning wheels. And let's see which wood type looks the nicest. We could go into my Red Dead Redemption town over here. I should have one right over... Oh, maybe I didn't have it on this version of the server. Yeah, I hadn't gotten around to make it on this one. So I have several different saves of this server, and on the other one I have a Red Dead Redemption town built in this spot that I've showed before on my streams. Man, it looks so... This is what Wurm used to look like, guys. Can you imagine? This is what it used to look like. It's so much prettier now. So let me just turn off the GM light here. And of course this one does not have third person view at all. They never implemented that to Wurm Unlimited. Let's see. GM, there's the ebony wand. And let's see, was it Control C? Yes. Spinning wheel. And let's start off by just trying the wood type that I have here for my BSB. So that would be pine wood. Let's see what the pine wood version looks like. Spinning wheel and pine wood. Where is pine wood? Here. And let's just throw that on the ground. I want to actually, let me just change this tile type to say stone slab. And of course this is a modified one that I did for my Ultima Nostalgia project, so just ignore that it doesn't look like the Wurm one. Now, here is... Hold on. Let's just drop it. Drop. Ground. Okay, so that is the pine wood. the pine wood looks a little bit pale. I would like a deeper color. Now I'm going to try something. Let's see if it helps. If I just go to the set data, can I change? Oh, it was actually, I think they implemented in at a later time that you could set the wood type in the item data information. So it's not, I wonder if it's one of the aux data ones. Let me just try. If I set that to 1 and then we rotate this. No, that doesn't do anything. Let me see. Set data. If I put here 10, for instance, just testing out and seeing if it could be, if the so like in the modern Wurm Online, if you have a GM character, basically you have a drop down for the different like material types, and they didn't have this back in the day. You could set the RGB value, you could, and then some items had an aux data, and that would change, like for instance, if you had kingdom flags, by changing the aux data, you could change the kingdom flag to one of the other ones. And I'm just testing to see if the aux data might possibly be the wood type. I'm just like testing just for the heck of it. But that didn't seem to change it from pine wood, no. So I don't know what would change it. We're going to have to actually spawn different from different materials, it seems. Unless some of these items actually you can only change if they're in your inventory. So let me actually try and do it here instead. I'm not sure if it's going to help at all. You may only use that while it's on the ground. Okay. So let's just make another one. Spinning. And let's try walnut for the heck of it. Walnuts. And let's keep the pine wood one here, just for, so we can compare. Now there's the walnut in comparison, and let me just set the weather a little bit so we can have the sun going from a different direction. Hold on. So we can properly see the color of the wood there. So the walnut is a little bit on the dark side. Let's try another one. Spinning. And then we'll try... Let's try oak. Let's try oak. Oak and wood. Okay, so that's a little bit of a warmer color. That's getting closer to the kind of color I'm looking for, actually. Let's try some more. Spinning. I mean, if we look at the colors on the website, hold on. So if we go here to my item list, go to, for instance, well, outdoor furnishing, for instance, go down to vehicles, go down to the ship, caravel, then you can open this link to the wood colors. And if we just look at the wood colors of other items here, yeah, it really seems like oak is probably the closest to what I'm looking for, because I think I mean, oleander would be nice, but that's tricky to get, of course. And that was walnut, so it's a little bit of like a more reddish color. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to go for an oak and wood spinning wheel. Yes, I think so. Okay, we can just shut this down. Oh, before we go, let me just show you guys what the straw bed actually looks like. I forget what the name of it is though. If I put, I think it would, if we just put bed, then we get straw bed. Yes, so it's called straw bed, actually. So here we have straw bed, and that's what it looks like when you just spawn it here in Wurm Unlimited. So there's no reason why this couldn't be used as an item for Tuxie's idea there of like a starter bed. And yeah, for using that for stables would be so cool. As like a bale of hay. Okay, now oaken wood it is then. Oaken wood spinning wheel. So we're gonna have to keep that in mind for the last bit of wood that we add to this thing. So far we have the okay, the small wheel is still not finished. Okay, let's get that finished first. One plank and then one shaft. And Denali, hello, welcome to the stream. You need my expertise in alcohol. I have never made alcohol, Denali. Viking, if he's still in the stream, he would be the expert in alcohol, or somebody else. I have never made alcohol. Let's just see what you were saying here. After adding scraps to a barrel so it's fermenting, what's the next step? Leave it till when? Or directly instill? And Dew Johnson says it takes about 4 to 5 real days. Okay. Yeah, practical as well, Parser. I was also thinking that because, of course, you want your tools to be made of oaken wood so that when you use them, they don't wear out as fast. I've got all my wooden tools made from oaken wood. It's very true. Very, very true. Oh no, Denali. The gin, the orange gin that I have with Milena, she's gotten that as a gift. And then the alcohol I have on this server is from the cider that I saved from Michio Kepler's pub opening stream. Okay, now we have a small wheel, and then we need a shaft. Okay. Spinning wheel. I'm trying to remember, guys, if I've ever actually made a spinning wheel in Wurm, or have I just salvaged the ones that have been left behind at Deeds? It could be that I've never actually made one in the game. Certainly not on these new servers, that's for sure. And you have friends that do the same, Denali? Yes, Parser. I'm just an expert in consuming the alcohol, not making it. That's absolutely true. There we go. What else do we need for this thing? 3 planks? Now remember, cats, let's do the shaft so that that is oaken wood. So we don't go making the wrong wood type. And then we need some tar and then small nails. Okay. Good. Now, the question is, do I have an oaken wood shaft here? If I do, most likely it's not a whole one, because I probably have needed like an oaken wood handle or something before. Let's see. Can we put these... Yeah, let's put the handles there. But what about the extra wooden reels? Are those... No, those are not actually items that you could put into a BSB, it seems. So, let's see. Oaken wood, yeah, there's this one, but I don't think it's not a full one. I think I'm gonna have to make, yeah, I've probably made handles from that, so I'm pretty sure I should have like an oaken wood log here somewhere, so let's just check. Here. Bun Bun is selling pizzas now, Du Jensen? Yeah, I saw her making pizzas one day on one of her streams. She seems to be a very proficient pizza maker indeed. So what kind of price do those like affinity pizzas go for, by the way? Look and trade? Okay, let's have a look. So Bun Bun is saying, want to sell CCFP pizza wrapped in wax for extra freshness, 49 quality plus 2 kilograms each for 10 copper plus COD. I think that's a very fair price considering how much work it is to make one of those. So good luck to Bun Bun with her pizza business. Speaking of pizza, by the way, guys, I am so happy about something. So, you guys who have been to my stream before, when we've talked about like food and we've talked about pizza, and remember when I've talked about how crappy the pizzas are in here that they sell in Finland at the like pizza places, that they're these really horrific, they look like basically a bit of dough with vomit on them. Seriously, that's what the pizzas look like over here. And I've just talked about how good the American pizzas are and how we don't get those over here. And the only place where you can get American pizzas are at Pizza Hut. So up till now, I've lived very far away from a Pizza Hut, but they just opened up a Pizza Hut here, very close to where I live. So, the only problem is that they're very expensive though. So, I think it was like, a small pan pizza cost 15 euros and a large pan cost 30 euros. And that's quite expensive, isn't it? That's pretty damn expensive. They're certainly much more expensive than like the pizzas you can get at the crappy pizzerias. Exactly, Ayla. Wow. That's what I said when I saw the price. But they're so good, those American style pizzas. What did I need to do? I needed to add this oaken wood shaft to the spinning wheel. Oh, it needs a plank as well. Okay. 1 plank and 1 shaft. And then it also needed some 2 small nails and 2 tar. Okay. Yeah, everyone is in shock. Yeah, it's very expensive. And Thalian says that's about twice the cost in the US. And I think the ones in the US are way overpriced now. Yeah. Oh, parser. What I would love to do is to learn how to make, you know, pizzas like they do in the States. But I think what you probably have to have is you probably have to have like a proper pizza oven to make those pizza crusts, because isn't it so that they bake them at a really, really high temperature, and they throw them into the oven, and then they're just in there for a very short time. But when you're just making it with a traditional oven, like a kitchen oven, you have to bake it for a longer time, and then it's more like a bread, it's more like a bread than it is like a nice crispy pizza crust that's like crispy on the outside and like chewy on the inside. Yeah, I've been meaning to get myself one of those stones, donut kebab. I've been meaning to get one. So you have to heat that thing up first, and then you slap the pizza on it and put it into the oven. Yeah. There we go. We have added the nails. Now let's add the 2 tar bits. Seems a bit tougher to make this thing. There, we got at least 1 tar attached. How's our mind logic doing, by the way? Oh, actually, I'm confusing this character with Malena. Malena is just on the very brink of getting the next milestone in mind logic, so she can get another dot. But this one is still way off from the next milestone. She has 34.9, so still 5 more points to go until the next notch. And actually, there was one of these tasks here. I'm just looking at my carpentry, 74.6. Wasn't there something where you need to get a skill up to... Oh, improve a tool up to 70. So I wonder if I had high enough... Actually, if I had a high enough quality log, I could improve a wooden tool up to 70 quality probably. I would just have to find a high enough quality log, that's all. I wonder what Farron's woodcutting skill is. He had it up to 55 a couple of weeks ago. Okay, now we got the tar attached. Let's add that plank, and then finally the oaken wood shaft, so we get a nice rich brown color for the spinning wheel. Yay! It is finished. And it looks very, very cute indeed. Good, good, good. Can we just, we can pick it up. Okay. Let's place it... Actually, you know, since this is our workstation, I think I shall just place it here next to the forge. Not the prettiest location. Let's put it right there. So we need to make the fishing line. So, let's see. Was it string that we need for that? Light fishing line, spinning wheel, and basic fishing line, okay? Basic fishing line, hand and string of cloth. Now, let's see. Man, there's so many steps to making this fishing rod. My god. This is crazy complex. So, do we have string here? Or I'm gonna have to make that as well. Not in that BSB, but I might have some in these others. Strings of cloth. There we go. Let's just take 10 of those. And then hand. Basic fishing line. Indeed, Steck Bernard. Wurm online. Yeah, it's... Even though I know, of course, that it is not worm as in an actual worm, and it's written with a U, W-U-R-M, you can't help but thinking of actual worms when you hear that name. It's not the most romantic name for a MMO, is it? Oh my god, just Smurf, I know, right? Oh, we got some basic fishing lines already. Okay. So now, the light fishing reel. And then I think we put this here. Do we? No, hold on. No, it was this. And it was some kind of tool. Let's just look here. Basic fishing line. Oh, it must have been... Oh, it's the spinning wheel. Okay. There we go. There we go. Hello, Chabney. Good to see you. Chabney was a fishing skeptic until this week. Now he's hooked. Really? So is it fun? I mean, I really haven't gotten into it very much yet. And Do Johnson, oh yeah, because we have to make the tackle box as well. My goodness. So much to work on here. So, fishing rod. Now, oh, we have to do the reel as well. So now we have a light fishing line. Good grief. Now this needs fishing hook slot and fishing float slot. So what happens if we put the fishing line and the reel? Light fishing reel. No, I guess we just drop it right into the... Yeah, so you drop it right in there. Okay. And is this something that can be improved? No. Okay. But this can then be attached to the fishing rod. Okay, now we're getting the hang of things. So... I mean, everything is inside everything. So we can see here we've got the light fishing rod that has the light fishing reel, light fishing line, and that requires a fishing hook slot and an empty float slot. Oh my gosh. And Chabney says, it takes a little time to get the bits and pieces together, but it's worth it. Okay. I trust your judgment, Chabney. I do. Okay, empty fishing hook. So we need a fishing hook next. So let's see what it says here. Fishing hook. Now, does it matter what kind of fishing hook? Is it just a wooden one for this, like... low level? Thank you so much for the follow stick, Bernard. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. So is it so we have to use this crappy wooden one for this crappy light fishing rod, right? And Du Johnson says you might want to make more than one fishing hook. Okay. Yeah, so just like when you go actually fishing, you often will lose your fishing hooks when if a fish manages to rip it off the line. But I'm just wondering now, can I make the metal fishing hooks? Or do I have to use the wooden one for this? You have only used iron hooks, says Du Johnson. Okay, so let's make some iron ones then. Let's do the same thing. I'm gonna have to restart up that fire. Do I not have kindling? Have I used all my kindling up? Apparently so. So we're gonna have to make some kindling then. And Chadney, you use lemonwood fish hooks. The fish seem to like them. So what does the lemonwood do? Let's see here. Lemon. Best for fishing pole parts as it causes the fish to appear sooner. Oh. So maybe we will make lemonwood fishing hooks then. Thank you for mentioning that, Chabney. Well, I should have been making so should I have been making everything from lemonwood? Because we've now got a willow fishing rod, because I always thought it needed to be willow so that it doesn't break as easily. Our light fishing reel is made from birchwood, but let's make the rest of this stuff then from lemon. I'm pretty sure I have some lemon logs here somewhere. Let's see. There's a lemon log. So true, Dragon. And hello and welcome to the stream, by the way. You were saying that fish do go well with lemon. That's true, that's true. Just Smurf says lemon and orange are the preferred hooks. And Socrates, hello, welcome to the stream. Socrates is saying, preparing your gear is half the fun, and you're sure that some people are learning a lot, but until at least 20 fishing skill, you highly recommend just using a fishing net. Now, what is my fishing skill at the moment, by the way? I do have a little bit. Let's see, is it under nature? Fishing, 12.27, okay. By the way, it's been a while since I checked whether I've had any additional affinities. So body strength is what my character was born with. And then I got nature at some point, but I'm not seeing any other stars. So no, I haven't gotten any other affinities, it seems. Yeah, so the reason, Socrates, the reason that we're making a fishing rod is because we wanted to do this thing in the journal. The only thing missing is catch a large fish. So let's at least give it a spin. Let's make the fishing rod. Let's make all the things we need for it. And let's go out to sea and just give it a try. But we won't do the actual skill training with this. We'll just do a few casts, see if we get a large fish. We probably won't because I've heard that it's really, really hard to find to get large fishes, so it's probably not going to happen, but you never know. You never know. So there we have 4 lemon wood fishing hooks. Let's just make a whole bunch of them. And Chabney found a couple of nice willow fishing poles. They seem to be just the ticket to the ticket in the eternal struggle between man and fish. So yeah, I mean that was I remember back when I first started Wurm, everyone was always saying always make a fishing pole out of willow. So it seems that that rule still applies today, even after the fishing update, I guess. Okay, I think that's more than enough. We'll just throw this this log back here. Good. Now we have, oh, and that has a bait slot. And there was, I think it was if you right-click the ground, you can search for worms with a U, right? So let's just put one of these babies into here. Now we have a fishing hook. Then we need a float. And there's several different types of floats, of course. If we go over to themed items, marine and nautical, and there's a whole bunch of floats here. Let's see about the bark. Overaged birch trees. I don't have any of those right now because I just planted them recently. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Moss. Oh, feathers. I have feathers actually in my inventory. I should have some feathers here. Here. 25 feathers. So are feathers also items I should have several of? In my tackle box? There's a feather. And then a bait. And wasn't it so that the little fishies, I have a whole bunch of the small fishies. Those can be used for bait, right? These ones over here. The sardines, those can be used as bait, right? Or was it minnows? Let's see. Let's see. Bait. I'm pretty sure somebody's saying there in the chat. Minnow and sardines, both of them can be used. Okay. So let's grab a few of these minnows. I guess we should take a lot of minnows with us, shouldn't I? Let's make the tackle box actually first. Because I guess we gotta stuff all this stuff into a tackle box. So let's see how to make a tackle box. Okay, we're gonna have to fire up the forge. Let's just do that then. Good. And actually I should put this other lunchbox into my inventory because the other one is actually for an alliance member. So I don't need to be carrying that around with me. I can give that to her later. Let's see. Tackle box. Metal lump, small anvil. Wood shingles. Okay, we can start making those wood shingles while the metal is heating up. I don't think I have any wood shingles in my inventory right now. I am remembering incorrectly. I thought it was a shaft and a carving knife, but apparently it is not. So how did we make the wood shingles? Saw and plank. Okay. Okie dokie. And let me just see what I was missing here. You guys were saying all kinds of stuff. Griff, you found spearfishing really good at low levels. Yes, Dragon. So you were asking what can you actually do with the fish? And you do use them for cooking, that's right. And for bait as well, as Bugard was explaining there. And Socrates was saying, if a fish weighs more than 30 kilograms, you can fillet it. No, 30, you can fillet it. Lots of different ways to prepare fish. Chabney is hoping for some kind of fish taxidermy becoming possible, letting us display our best catches. Yeah, you could do that in Ultima Online, actually. I wish we had the same, yeah. And Donut, yeah, taxidermy overall should absolutely be a thing, yes. And Stick Bernard, you were asking, does Wurm Online permit PvP and raiding, say, like in Rust? So there is the PvP servers where you can do that kind of thing, yes. Yes, Chabney, I do have some pearls actually that I've gotten from the clams. I just don't know, I guess you can make the pearl necklaces from them, right? But is there anything else you can do with pearls? And Vergant says, you believe there was a mention of no decay to items in tackle boxes. So we definitely want to make that tackle box then. It seems like it's well worth it. And Shards, you're off. Okay, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. You have a good evening and a great rest of your weekend. Yeah, the Skyrim music stick, Bernard. Yes, that's right. There are Elder Scrolls songs in this playlist. I'm not sure if they're from the Skyrim or could they keep. It could be that they're from. It could be that they're from just Elder Scrolls Online because there's some similar songs. But it could be Skyrim. It could be. So now we have the shingles, and we wanted to make what? We wanted to make. What the heck? Oh, yes, the tackle box. That's right. Let's see. Tackle box. Metal lump, small anvil. Okay. Now, the lumps should be glowing hot by now. Which they are. And where is my small anvil? Just throw that in there. And metal lump. Tackle box. Good. There we go. Unfinished tackle box. Strip of leather. I think we should have some. There's the wood shingles at least. Let's just throw the highest quality ones in there. And I think I should have some strips of leather. Let me just check through those BSBs. Or was it so that I just have the low quality ones? Maybe only low quality ones, yeah. Strips of leather. How many was it? 2? 1 strip of leather, okay. And man, this thing is easy to make. I was expecting to make a tackle box. You would have to do all kinds of steps, but this was like relatively easy to make compared to all the stuff we have been making so far. Easy peasy. It was no problem whatsoever. I guess I'm going to have to improve this tackle box at some point. But for the purpose of the stream, we're just going to get going with this thing. So this is the first time actually. Oh my god, what the hell? This is my first time actually owning a tackle box in Wurm, guys. I mean, I opened this thing and what the hell? There is so much here. So many compartments, my goodness. So fishing hooks would go into the fishing hooks compartment. Okay, reels. Okay, there's the, these are the floats, right? Floats. We can put the baits. Let's grab this bait from here. There's the bait and minnows. So they even have their own compartments here. Crazy. That's nuts. This is honestly, guys, like this really took me by surprise now. Let's see, what else do we have here? Reels. So was it so that this one had to be combined? The wood reel had to be combined with the basic fishing line. No. I think it was basic fishing line and the spinning wheel to make a light fishing line. And maybe that was combined with the wood reel to make a light fishing reel. Let's see if I remember this correctly. So there we have light fishing line, and we put that together with a wood reel? No. Okay, let me just check this light fishing reel. Oh, it was the handle. Okay, good thing that I made so many of those handles. Handle. Wooden handles. I mean, we've got the bits and pieces in my inventory. Might as well make everything, right? And then stuff it all into the tackle box. Hello, Perry G. Strips of leather, fluffy handcuffs, whips, riveted black leather thongs. Your mind is in the gutter, Perry G. The absolute gutter. So there we have our fishing reels. Good. And those go... I just saw it here somewhere. Fishing hooks, reels. There. So those go there. And of course they can be improved. I should probably try and improve these things before even trying to use them, right? Lines. Light fishing line. There's at least one. And that goes in there. Okay. And was it so that it... Oh, let me think. Basic fishing line, yes. I'm starting to remember how this works. Let's make a few fishing lines as well. Parser, how many tackle boxes have I owned in real life? Probably 2. I had one when I was a kid because me and my dad, we would go out fishing a lot. And then I bought one for myself when I moved to Finland. And all I would do every summer is fish, fish, fish. All day long during the summers. As soon as the ice melted in the spring, I was right at the lakes trying to fish. And once these became basic fishing lines, then we had to do something for them to become light fishing lines. Now let me see if I can remember how. How much does it use of each of the strings of cloth? 0.40. And the next one... 0.20, okay. One more. Oh, it's not going to take any more. Okay. Let's just throw that back into the BSB. So now we have 7 basic fishing lines. Now, was it so that this needs the spinning wheel? Yes. Okay. I'm starting to remember this. And Joe, you love fishing? Yeah, I miss fishing. I mean, there's of course nothing stopping me now, but it's just more of a a matter of the fact that I don't really have anyone in my life who enjoys fishing, and it's kind of like lonely stuff to do to go by yourself. I mean, I was by myself when I was fishing as a kid, but that was all just because it was so thrilling to do it anyhow, so I didn't even mind being alone. But now, I think I would be a little bit lonely if I went out fishing alone, to be honest. And Stick Bernard said that I know that your channel language says English, but would you be willing to give us a sample of Finnish and talk through your thoughts playing this game? So Stick, we have actually a channel points reward you can redeem if you have a look there. Do Jensen redeemed. Have cats translate your sentence to Finnish. So you want me to say, Do Jensen, say something nice for Stick Bernard and the rest of us about fishing. So in Finnish that would be sano jotakin mukavaa Stick Bernardille ja meille kaikille muillekin kalastuksesta. Yes, that one, Stick Bernard. And if you were to ask this one in Finnish, that would be tämäkö. It's just one word, actually. But Stick, just coming to your question there. So when you're saying talk through your thoughts playing this game, so do you mean? Did you mean that you would want to hear me just sort of chit-chatting about the game in Finnish for a moment? About basically saying the same kind of stuff that I'm saying in English, that now I'm going to put this thing in here and I wonder what I need for that, but just doing it in Finnish instead? That's the idea? I can do that for a moment, sure. It's just not going to be very much fun for people because they won't know what the hell I'm talking about, but maybe from the visuals you're going to be able to get an idea. Puhutaan nyt sitten suomea hetken aikaa. Eli montako tämmöistä fishing linea mä tarvin vielä? Yhdenkö mä vielä voin tehdä tässä ilmeisesti? Parse spending points. No niin, nyt me saatiin kaikki fishing lineit tehtyä, niin laitetaan nämä nyt sitten tonne varastoon myös. Tonne noin. Ei kun hetkonen. Tonne. Hyvä, nyt ne meni tonne lines kohtaan. Sitten, mitä sitten seuraavaksi? Pitäisikö jotain muutakin beittiä tähän ottaa? Katsotaas toi. Maissia sais tohon. Otetaas vähän maissia täältä. Mitenköhän sitä maissin jyvää tehdään? Make fishing bait. No niin. Tehdään tällaista näitä maissin jyviä ja pistetään ne tonne omaan osastonsa. Noin. Okay, that's about as much as I can do, guys, because I feel like you guys are being left out of everything. Rogue, no English channel. Yes, this is an English channel, Rogue. It's just that those guys were requesting that I speak some Finnish for a while, just to hear what it sounds like. Let's see. And let's see, Joe was redeeming also the translation. Nice good evening, my fisher friends. Now, that in Finnish that would be hyvää iltaa minun kalastusystäväni. Yeah. And Drogos, that reminds you so much of the Loituma song, which was played a lot in LAN parties back in the day. I don't think I've heard that one. Now, I wonder, guys, do I have everything I need? I think we do. The question is, do I dare use any of this stuff without improving it? Like, is it just gonna break immediately if I don't improve these things before we go fishing? And again, we're not gonna go to try and like gain skill. All we're gonna do is it's sort of gonna be like the grand finale of the stream, that we're just gonna go and try just for the heck of it and see if, you know, Lady Luck is on our side and we just happen to get a large fish in our, like we'll do like say 10 or 20 fishing attempts. We'll go out into the middle of the water there on our boat and give it a go. I mean, I guess we could also use the spear that we made and just give that a try also. Alright, Vergent, you've had a low quality pole last a long time and a high quality break on the first attempt, so good luck. Parser. Oh my god. And Stick Bernard, have I read any stories from the Kalevala? I think we were kind of at school, we were kind of forced to read at least excerpts from the Kalevala. So the Kalevala is kind of like this old mythological book, sort of like, how would I say, you know how the Vikings have these Viking gods? I guess it's sort of like an equivalent for the Finns. I wouldn't... let me just see what Wikipedia says about Kalevala. In one sentence, basically. I'm looking at Wurmpedia. That's not going to help, is it? What does it say? The Kalevala is a 19th century work of epic poetry compiled by Elias Lönnrot from Karelian and Finnish oral folklore and mythology. Right, so it's actually the Kalevala is not so old. 1835, first edition. Huh. I thought it was like this really, really ancient old story. Learn something every day. Okay, maybe we'll not bother trying to improve anything and we'll just head out fishing. So I'm gonna actually take my rowing boat for this purpose, because I think that's gonna be much more nice to fish on this thing. And do I actually have my spear with me? Hold on. The spear that we made earlier on. Spear tip. Oh, we were improving this spear, that's right. So it's over here. Spear, there we go. Good. Yes, let's go out and give both of these a little bit of a go. And go out into the water. Because I've only fished from the shoreline, but never actually out in the water. Perry G, you've heard Finnish people are very concerned about being forced to use a 2-meter social distancing and would like to return to their 6-meter default. Oh my gosh. Okay, now this is a lovely spot. Look at that beautiful view, guys. Beautiful. We got a moon up there. Jackal is up there. Got Valray up there. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's just turn off the... We don't want the worm form like plonking away there in the background, do we? Okay. So now, this is exciting. After all of that work, is our fishing rod going to just break on the first go? Now, is this something that we have to equip? I'm not sure. She's got the fishing rod. And then, do we just fish from the... Oh, hold on. How does this work? Let's see. It's all red. Oh, hold on. It is fishing. We can see the... Ah, how the heck does this work? Did I... And hold on. I didn't put any bait yet. So there's no fishies coming without bait, right? So let me just see here. Let's just drag this over here and see. I think the game is a little bit loud now that she's in the water. Let me just lower the volume of that a little bit. Let's see. Where did her fishing rod go? Here. Yeah, she doesn't have any bait, so that's not going to work. Let's try a corn kernel first. There we go. And do I have to have it equipped? I don't think so. No, I don't. So now let me see if I can figure what the heck is going on. So we do see the progress bar going. And she's getting fishing skill. But why is this... Hold on, I'm seeing... I am not sure what I should be doing here. So we can see these little, like, red, so it's red, so that means to me that there's something bad going on. You will never cast your line, so caught nothing. Aha. Let me get the fishing rod actually here into my inventory, or into the thingamajig. Let's see if that works. So here... No, that doesn't work. I'm so confused here. Oh, I guess we lost something, didn't we? No? I do seem to have all the bits and pieces. Fish. Okay, let's try this again. Hello, Pop Popsicle. Welcome on into the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, Pop Popsicle. I'm going to be trying out my summer car one of these days. I do have it on my wish list in Steam, and I'm following it, so I'm definitely going to give that a go one of these days. People bring it up all the time. Do I have floats? Asks Holly. So I'm just looking at the slots here of the fishing rod, and And I'm not seeing a slot for the float. Oh, there's the feather is the float. Yes, we do have a float. So you have to aim at a fish, says Vergent. Aha. Really? So you actually look at these fish and you aim for them, do you? Okay. Fish. Okay, that didn't do much. There's one. That's not doing anything. You have to cast further away, says Dujanson. Okay. So how far away? Oh, there. There we go. Okay. So now what happens? Do I have to pull it up at the right time, or do I just wait for this to go through? Yeah, we talked about that, Parser, and I actually went to go get a copy myself on Epic, on the Epic store as well. Oh, okay, so you feel a nibble, but what do you do next? Are you supposed to, like, pull it up when it nibbles? I'm not seeing any option here. Then you click and leave it. It will auto-reel it in. So you have to wait for the fish to get hooked. Then you click and leave it. Okay. Click with the mouse. Okay. So actually the game audio is pretty important here to hear that that little sound effect. So let's actually put that game audio up a bit higher again. Ooh! You managed to put another corn kernel. Okay, hold. The herring managed to jump the fishing hook. Oh, you hooked a... Oh, hold on. You hooked a small herring. The herring managed to jump the fishing hook. You managed to put another corn kernel on the wooden fishing hook. Okay. It seems like I probably need to make a keybind. So let's just assign this to G for now. Okay. I think we're getting the hang of it now. I could swear it went under the water. Ooh, is it going under the water there? You scare off the small salmon before it starts feeding. Okay. Ah, I see. I see, Dujansen. So the tackle box is what is allowing me to sort of rebait, like add the bait again without having to do it manually each time. Well, that's handy. Come on, fishy. Come on. Ooh. Hey, it's underwater now. So you hooked a small herring. Again, it managed to jump the hook. But that was quite exciting that it pulled the bait like under the water there for a moment. I mean, that's super exciting when you go actually fishing. Okay, let's try this again. So is the salmon like a special thing to get, Joe? That like it's rare to get a salmon in Wurm when you're fishing? Of course, we all know that salmon is a valued fish type here in real life, but does it have any significance in Wurm? The herring starts to get tired and you manage to reel it in a bit. The herring stands no chance. Look at it just pulling that. You can literally see it pulling it all over the place, which is super cool. I love it. The herring pulls hard on the line. Starts to get tired and you manage to reel it in a bit. So am I supposed to be doing anything now or just like watch this drama unfold? Just watch? Okay. So exciting. We caught a herring. Yay! We did catch a herring. Okay. Let's try this again. I bet you I'm gonna get addicted to this. And I do have a fishing net to keep like the fish in, but it's unfortunately it's in the house right now. But we're just gonna test this like very quickly anyhow. So, you know how in real life you don't want to be pulling at the line too quickly. Like if you just get a little nibble, you obviously don't want to like pull it up yet at that point. You wait for the fish to properly like tug at it so that the float goes underwater, right? So does it work the same way here in Wurm as well? You feel something nibble on the line. Okay, we're not going to do anything yet. We're going to wait for it to... Oh, catfish swims off to the distance. Okay, let's... Next time, we're just going to wait for the float to go actually like underwater before we do anything. And let's see if it works like real life. You think you managed 2 casts before your rod broke, Holly. Did you make your rod from willow, though? It has to be made from willow so that it's flexible. So I wonder if that nasty old catfish... Oh, hold on. Come on. Go underwater. I wonder if the catfish... like, can they steal my bait and just swim off? Is it so that as long as the progress bar is here, that means my bait is still on the hook, right? That it would just pull it up otherwise, I'm assuming. So they can steal your bait and swim off, but does it then like cancel the whole fishing? Okay, I'm just gonna click this time because I have a feeling it's not working like real life. Because in real life I would not have pulled it up at that point yet. But maybe this is Wurm logic, you know? It will cancel the fishing action? Okay. We caught another herring. Okay. Oh, they can cut the fishing line and steal the hook as well. Yeah. Yeah, nasty old fishies. But here's my question. You know how... So, okay. Should I be waiting for it to pull the float underwater before clicking? That's my question. Or is that all part of like how the mechanism should work, that as soon as it's doing this, plonky plonky, I should be clicking at this point, right? The smallmouth bass managed to jump the fishing hook. Okay. So you can wait until it's pulled underwater. Okay, we're going to wait this time. Thank you, Bugard. We're going to wait quietly and patiently this time. Let's see what happens here. Okay, wait. Wait for it. Don't do anything, cats. Salmon swims off into the distance. Oh. So here's a question. If it's a very large fish, is that going to show in the description of this, or is it something you discover only upon pulling the fish up? Will you see it in the event window that a very large fish or a giant fish pulls, nibbles at the bait? And it's the low fishing skill parser, right? And hello there, Phil. Welcome to the stream. Is Wurm Online free? As when you look for it, there's two varieties. So Wurm Online is the MMO. It's the original MMO version of the game, which is 15 years old. And then there's Wurm Unlimited, which is a standalone version where players, instead of it being an MMO, instead players can create their own standalone servers. And so if you were to get Wurm Unlimited, any server that you would join would be run by just a private player. But if you want to play the actual proper MMO version where there's hundreds or thousands of players, you would come to Wurm Online. And that is, of course, run by the official Wurm team. So Bugard says, when it bobs and starts to go under, that's when you click. Right, so what I was basically asking for about Bugard is so in real life, if you're fishing, just from simple little bobs, you wouldn't really pull up the fish at that point yet. You would actually wait for the fish to start pulling the float underwater and swimming around, and then you would, at least that's when I would pull it up, right? But are you basically saying, Bugard, that never happens at this phase, that it only happens once you've clicked? Hello, Riverguard. Oh, so here you do it on the bob. Okay. Okay. And is there any tactics to waiting with the bobs? You know how it does it ding ding, ding ding, ding ding. Should you wait for the last bob, or does it matter at all? Can you just do it immediately as soon as it bobs? And D. Jensen says that the actual size will show after you've pulled it in, but some fish species are larger than others, and you can see what kind of fish you have hooked, right? There's no tactic, says Bugard. Okay. Okay, here we go. You hooked a small salmon. Nice. Now, as we can see here in the description, it was a small one, so that's something we only saw now, like Du Jensen was saying. So how are you doing this Saturday, River Dog? What have you been up to? We have been, during this stream, we have been going through the journal, trying to finish things up here because I haven't really paid attention to the journal ever before in Wurm, and this is certainly the first time I've been doing this on stream. And we got a few things finished up here today. Got a little bit of sleep bonus as a reward and a new title. So it's been quite a lot of fun actually. Okay, here we go. You hooked a herring. Okay. And what we're trying to do now, we made ourselves a fishing rod. And we did all the, the floats and the fishing reels and the fishing lines and the baits. And what we're trying to do is catch a large fish, which is apparently a very, very challenging thing to do, so that we can finish up the gathering stride challenge here. You think that we've, yeah, Parser, it could be, yeah. I've been streaming for quite a long time now. What was it? Can't remember now when I started streaming. I think it was like 4:30 my time. It's now almost 10 o'clock my time. And we're getting so, ooh, look at that. Did you see that? So what happened here? Okay, so we lost our fishing reel and we lost a whole bunch of crap here. Oh no. Okay, let's see what the situation is. Now, thankfully, we do have spares because you guys were warning that this is going to happen. So we need a fishing hook. Okay. Fishing hook. That goes there, and then a float. We have our floats here somewhere. Floats. And then we need a bait. Let's try a different bait. We were using the corn kernels before. Let's try one of the fish that we have. Sardine. Let's try a sardine here. Okay. Now, do we have everything we need? Let's see. There we go. Come on, fishy. There. Plonk. You hooked a small herring. A small herring pulls a bit on the line. Starts to get tired and you manage to reel it in a bit. Small herring pulls hard on the line. Oh no! We lost our stuff again. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's a good thing we took so many of these with us. Fishing hook and bait. And a float. Okay, we're going to try this one last time, guys, and then we're going to wrap up the stream because I need to actually make some dinner, and it is And we've been streaming for quite a long time as well. So one last attempt. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we get ourselves a large fish. And just Smurf, you were saying that if you add items to the rod from the group, rather than the individual item, it will auto add them. Oh, I see. I'll have to try that next time. Oh. Now let's see. You hooked a small salmon. Oh, we lost our thing again. Oh well. But it was very, very fun to make the fishing rod and get all those little bits and pieces together. At first I was like, oh my god, so much. But actually it was kind of cute to do that. So, you know what? We're going to leave this off here. Leave Safarina sitting in her boat with the starry night sky. And we're going to wrap up the stream. Let me just check these last things you guys were saying so I can check and see if I missed anything. And Riverdog, you have finished up your rowboat and loaded it onto your transport, working on the bits for the rod and net, so this stream is perfect for you. Ah, yeah, Riverdog, I'm afraid we're just ending right now. Actually, we've been streaming for quite a while, but sounds like you have some exciting stuff ahead with your new boat. Congratulations on your rowboat. Be sure to give it a name as well. And hello there, Lithoniel. And let's see. Dujanson says, fun fact: the white fishing line shows up far away, further than the person doing the fishing. So I guess you would, if you were to see somebody fishing from afar, all you would see is this white line in the distance. And Parser says, this is one of the places you think Wurm Assistant triggers would be so good. The fish splashing when it fights, the line straining or snapping, the wood creaking as the rod bends. Absolutely. Absolutely, Parser. How much fishing skill did I get? Let's see. So it was under nature, wasn't it? Fishing 13.09. Now, how much did we have when we first started off? Here. 12.27. So we gained like a full point. And more, actually. 1.5 points, roughly. Oh, it was my pleasure, Tuxie, and thank you, Tuxie, and everyone else for hanging out with me tonight. And Vergent, for the highway, on the highway, in the journal, you have get drunk and kill a creature with a catapult. Those go nicely together. Oh my gosh. Mousing over tells you how much skill you gained. Oh, hold on. Really? Ah, change 0.8. Ah, okay, there you go. Since logging on, I see. Okay, that's handy. I never knew that, actually. That is, learn something new. Okay, guys, thank you all so very much for spending your Saturday afternoon or evening with me. We shall be back hopefully on Tuesday as we do another Wurm Roulette, if all goes well. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. And Holly, goodbye to you as well. Let me just very quickly check and see whether there is anyone we would like to raid today. Just put those credits up there, and I'll check and see. So Zehtran is streaming. We could go and raid him. And for those of you who want to come on over, say hello. And if not, have a good evening. I'll probably just be popping in quickly and then I'm going to go make dinner myself. But yeah, let's go see what Zehtran is up to. He has a title here, Season of the Sickle. So it looks like he's doing a lot of harvesting tonight. Okay, good night, everyone. Have a great weekend.